Chad and Tyrone, let's do the main event. So I'll leave y'all alone tonight. Chad and Tyrone have to compete. This is where the depression is. Coach Chad and Tyrone, they don't have to pay. They can get the girls, and they never have to pay. All right, so here we go right here. Take a look at this. These are any ninja talking shit about me in the chat. This is you right here. All right, this is you. It's never that deep. This is you, how you get girls today. Here you go.
And what's the timeline? How long it take until she's
And look, he got the white tank top on. Not a surprise.
fully recovered? Also back to me, best case scenario, 6 to 8 weeks.
Woo!
6 to 8 weeks? I can't. The timeline is
See that?
rolling too much energy that I'm not even counting.
You see that Sasquatch that walked by? Look at that. Look at this ninja. Look. I've been telling y'all.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
This ninja went woolly mammoth hunting. Look. This is y'all ninjas. This is y'all ninjas. And that starving ass ninja tried to close the door.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Look at them fucking legs. Look at them tree trunks, fam. And look what he going to slay tonight. And look at this ratchet shit on her head. Look at this. Tried to sneak her past the door. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that shit.
Oh my God.
Look at that, Wooly. Look at that. He got her. He got her. And that's a whole Pooky. Pooky don't have to pay. Okay. Keep saying that shit. We gonna prove this shit wrong right now. Look at him.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey,
Look at all that knee fat coming off the fat of that. Look at that shit. And he went in there. He went in there and got that. You know that smell nasty. Look at that. Woo-wee. All right, so look. This is the ninjas talking shit about me in the stream. Look at y'all. All right, look. He tried to sneak past. Look, he was like, oh, damn. And he be the one talking about he got the mouthpiece. He be the one talking about he be getting hoes out here. He the one talking about he slaying Punani. He the one telling me you're a metaphile, coach. It's never that deep. Yes, it is. Ninjas is out here smashing. I'll be telling y'all they smashing. Look at him. Caught. Mr. 5-pack of Fruit of the Looms. Fruit of the Loom 5-pack right here. Yep. And he don't want to say he don't pay for box. I never pay for box. This be the girls. I'm trying to tell y'all. And look, this person said, no, don't close the door on me, ninja. He tried to hide it. And you can hear the fucking footprints of this woman. She just creaking the soundboards.
Best case scenario, 6 to 8 weeks.
He tried to sneak her by. Look. Caught. Caught.
Gotcha, bitch.
And yep, this is the type of ninja that don't clip his toenails. I mean, you already know it. I'll clip them myself. No, you don't. She won't mind. And she probably sucked the toenails. Caught. Caught.
6 to 8 weeks. The timeline is
You hear them hooves against that goddamn floor? And that floor ain't been fixed for 80 years.
rolling too much energy that I'm not even counting.
Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, man. Damn.
Oh, the humanity.
Woo-wee. All right, but ninjas would steady be up here talking shit. Damn, fam. Yep. Hey, ninjas down bad. Ninjas down bad. Anything, bro. Hey, listen, I understand, man. I understand you young bucks. You know beer connecting ass ninjas. All right, you know shoe selling ass ninjas. You fried chicken and biscuit eating ninjas. And look at him. He in shape. He muscular. You would think he would do better with his life, but he won't. Look at him smiling. Yep, I was in there hitting too. I was in there, man. I was in there slaying it. And he was in there. They heard it. They just wanted to see what you was in there doing. They heard that ass clapping. They heard it clapping. And look at him. Look at me. Player. Player. They was like, nah, we want to see this shit. We want to see this huffing and puffing, breathing hard. Look at that shit. And you gonna argue me up and down, bruh. Hey, listen, man. I didn't live 3 lives. I didn't live 3 of your lives already. I didn't seen it all. I didn't been through it all. I didn't heard it all. Ninja, don't have to talk about me, bruh. If you want to see what I be having over on my side, go over to locals. All right. You see what I be out there with. All right. But you ninjas, this is what happens. Even the Yiddish guy said, yep, you get the free women, they cost the most. You out there ruining your self-esteem. But here's the deal. And you know why this happens? It's that because the 80-20 rule purely does exist. We have to acknowledge this. And guys will deny it, but the rule of 80-20 says that a woman like that can get dick down. Now, this is a video from like 13, 14 years ago. The 80-20 rule is nothing new. But it says, essentially says here that the top 2%, 20% of men are messing with and competing for the 80% of women, which means that woman can get dick down. That woman can get taken on a date. She's not going to get what she wants, but she can get enough attention. Okay, and that's 20%. It could be in looks, in wealth, in status. It doesn't matter. Guys are going to smash just about anything. Guys are going to smash just about anything, especially if you're playing the freebie game. The freebie, the quickie. These are most of the time, guys are going to have to mess with them. Sometimes you might be in a drought, and you just going to go get you a woolly mammoth. All right, and you're going to stick your prick in there raw. But the 80-20 rule cannot be disputed. And a lot of people will just argue with me. Nah, man, this can't be true. They lying. These women ain't getting it like that. Nobody's in their DMs, and they are. They are. I mean, if you think, and you're a staunch red pill guy, the 80-20 rule, you're arguing against your own rule. You're arguing against your own rule. And by the way, the evidence is there. Most of these big backs be having multiple baby daddies. But with that being said, where does that leave the Chad? Where does that leave the Tyrone? Because we're often told that Chad and Tyrone don't have to pay. Chad and Tyrone don't have to compete. They get what they want in the marketplace. Well, I've been dispelling this myth. They have to compete. There's only so far they can get just being Chad and Tyrone. Now, also with Chad and Tyrone typically don't have a standard. They're not red pill. They're not people that are going to be like, well, the 80-20%. They're not talking about hypergamy. They just are. And men are born Chad. They're born Tyrone. Men are become Pooky based on their surroundings. Basically, single mother, low income area. They become Pooky. Okay, but Chad and Tyrone are. You'll never be Chad. You'll never be Tyrone. You can put some muscle on your body. You might have a growth spurt. You might get some money. Whatever it is, you'll never be Chad and Tyrone. Now, the reason why Chad and Tyrone needs to be discussed is a lot of times we just kick it over to them and say, well, they win and we lose. That's not true. They win with the women that you think you should get, which are 4, 5, and 6. They win with the women that you think you should get, and you should be able to get on your day off on the sneak, the 2 and 3s. So that's where Chad and Tyrone wins. With the 8, 9s, and 10s, they got to compete. And every now and then you will see a Tyrone with the 8 or a 9, maybe close to a 9. And you might say, see, they can get what they want. But what you don't understand is they have somebody that they got to compete against. And that's typically men with money or men that can provide a lifestyle to a woman that the guy, Chad, cannot. What are Chad and Tyrone jobs typically are? Bouncers, personal trainers, these type of jobs. They cut hair. They coach AAU basketball. Like, this is what Chad and Tyrone normally does. They teach Taekwondo or something like that. They typically mess with other men's women. So when they're highly attractive women or high status women, these are other men's women. Even their girlfriend, who is an 8, that woman has dated other men that weren't Chad and Tyrone's. Football players, DJs. That's a Chad job. Men in finance. I'm going to show you a video later. You got to remind me. You got to remind me to show you. But a Chad typically can't provide a lifestyle. So they have to kind of live off the woman and live off or kind of equal partnership. They have to do their DJ and bouncer job, their bartender job. They have to do their job like that and then come up. But they're always going to have an insecurity. And that insecurity is that woman can be enticed by another man that is not a Chad or Tyrone. Might be a celebrity, an athlete, somebody like that, a rich guy, a sugar daddy. Chad has to compete for those women. He just doesn't get to get the top 8, 9, or 10. He just doesn't get it. But what does that make Chad and Tyrone do? What does that make him do? Since he has to compete with them, he has to mess with the women in your range, in your speed. So he has to do what this guy does. Pooky, Tyrone. Because he has to compete for 8, 9, and 10, he got to take some slump busters. He got to take your 49ers. He's got to take your plain Janes. He's got to take your stock factory issue women. He's got to take your nerd girls. He's got to take your anime chicks. He's got to be in their DMs. He needs some easy layups. He need to keep his mojo going. He got to do it, because otherwise he's going to figure out that if he just try to feast off the top tier women, he can't compete. So Chad and Tyrone has to compete out here. Now, let me play this video. I'm going to play this video. This is an important video. This is a guy. I'm going to pop him up on the screen. He is a bouncer. Take a look at the brother here. He has a nice beard, nice full head of hair, dark, tall, dark, and handsome. He looks like he's Latino. He looks like a Latino. He goes by the name of Southpaw Huncho. He is a content creator here. He's going to share a story about his days messing with women that he believes, and I didn't see the picture of the woman, but he's describing her, and he said she was a 10. But he lost this 10 to an NBA guy. So you would consider he looks muscular. He's driving a car. The leather looks good. I can't see what type of car that is. So he ain't rich. He ain't broke. He's muscular. I think he says he's a bouncer or a DJ. I can't remember what he said. Okay. But he says the day an NBA player took my girl and took her just like that. Now, the girl, I'll let him tell the story. All right. And we're going to put it to like 1.25 speed. I'll let him tell the story. You'll hear it. This guy's an Enrique. It's an Enrique. All right. Right. He's not, he ain't me. He ain't none of you. So he would be considered, you would consider him like, oh, he's a Chad. He's an Enrique. Let's play the video.
Of how an NBA superstar, yeah, you heard that shit right. An NBA superstar that all of you guys know stole my chick. All right. I really wasn't going to name drop, but Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, number 7, I think. What's up, bro? So you guys
all right. So he said Carmelo Anthony took my bish. Oh, my goodness. Carmelo Anthony, I didn't snitch you out, bro. He did it. He did it. I didn't say nothing. All right. But he said Carmelo Anthony took his bish. Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's continue. Let's continue. And here's the thing, man. A lot of guys will be like, well, Pooky gets this and Pooky gets that, and Chad gets this and Chad gets that. What you guys don't understand is that Pooky dies by the time he's in his mid-30s or he goes to jail. He certainly gets the itchy scratchy. Pooky don't have a job, a retirement plan, nothing. Pooky runs from the law and has warrants. For some reason, you guys skip right over that and talk about how much pussy they slaying, and maybe a woman takes care of him. I saw that comment. Women take care of him. Nobody wants to be that. No man wants to be a man getting taken care of. Nobody wants a fat bitch taking care of me. Who wants that? Is that what you think? Pooky dies on his couch after taking a bad pill. Is that what you want? You guys want that shit. Yeah, because only one thing matters to you. He doesn't have a social security or retirement to look forward to. He doesn't have vacations. Nigga can't leave the country. He can't leave the country. Nigga can't take a flight and go to Asia. He can't. He don't have a passport. He can't vote. He can't own a firearm legally. But you guys, he takes care of me. Who gives a fuck? That nigga got a short life. Right? His life's short. He's going to be running from the law and then it's his entire life if he ever gets free. He ain't got no credit. He can't get an apartment. He can't get an Uber because he got the Chase Banks glitch. He owe $40K on. He can't get an Uber, Cash App, nothing. But you guys want to be Pooky so bad. So bad. My Lord. I mean, I don't get it. You guys are always, somebody got it better than me. Everybody's got to compete. Everybody's got to compete. Even this guy. Let's go ahead and get the video going right here. He naming names.
Yeah, you heard that shit right. An NBA superstar that all of you guys know stole my chick. All right. I really wasn't going to name drop, but Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks, number 7, I think. What's up, bro? So you guys are going to want to pay attention because this is kind of a funny story. So one of the nights that I was bouncing, right, back in the days, it was a Friday night. And as you guys know, Friday nights are never as good as Saturday nights, right? But Friday nights still get popping once in a while. So I was there, you know what I'm saying, working my security job, doing my thing. And in walks this girl who's about like 5'2", dark, very dark, curly hair, Latina, you know what I'm saying, slim thick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, bro. That slim thick, pretty young thing. And she was very young too, right? She was like barely 21. Like I was doubting whether or not she was 21, but the bouncer had let her in. The guy at the front door had let her in. So I was like, okay, she's got to be 21, right? But she was a bad chick, bro. I'm talking about she would turn heads when she would walk. You know what I'm saying? That dark curly hair, 5'2", max. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, probably like 140 maybe.
140. Oh, okay. She was thick. I guess she was holding back there. 5'2", 140? Uh-oh. 5'2", 140, you say? Oh, that sounds like a gordita. She about to be a gordita in 2 years. 21, 20, 5'2", 140. All right, let me stop. All right, but he's starving. He licking his lips.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right. That's thick. All right. I mean, at 20, that's a little too thick. All right, but let's see here. Let's see what he's got here. All right, here we go.
She was slim thick, bro. Slim thick as hell. And she had guys coming up to her the whole night, right? Because I was kind of keeping my eye on her and shit. So I realized that she had guys coming up to her the whole night. And I realized that she was waving all of them off, right? Like she wouldn't entertain anyone. She wouldn't talk to them. She wouldn't want to dance with no one. And when I saw that shit, I was like, yeah, I'm interested. I'm highly interested, right? Because I like exclusive shit, bro. All them women that talk to all the dudes and smile at everybody and go out and dance with everybody, that's not my type of woman, right? I was interested in this chick, right? Apart from the fact that she was probably like a 10, bro. A straight 10, beautiful as fuck. But she was turning down the guys, so that kind of piqued my interest. I was like, you know what? I'm curious to know if she's going to turn me down, right? Because I was very confident, right, that I was going to have success. So the night is progressing. She's turning down dudes, and I start keeping my eye on her, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of want to let her know, listen, I see that you're there. I'm looking at you. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of testing her eye contact a little bit. She looks at me like once or twice, you know what I'm saying? But nothing serious. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to make an approach. I'm going to just keep it G, keep it play, right? And as I go to the bathroom and I'm walking out, she's actually walking towards the bathroom. So we're walking towards each other, right? And as we're walking...
Oh, man, I don't miss these days. Oh, my goodness. I don't miss these days. This is, man, I tell you, shout out to the young brothers out here at the nightclub, picking up girls. And, you know, I was there. I probably stopped at around the age of 25. That was not the life for me. I went back a little bit, you know, after that, you know, after about in my mid 30s. But that shit, that life ain't for me, man. That is not a long-term plan, and certainly not the best place to meet women. And, you know, that's where you see the Pookies and the Chats and Tyrones. You think they're winning, but of course he's there, and he's got to play this game too. You got to play these games too. I mean, it ain't fun. This is not a fun time, especially when you don't have leverage, and you know, you see maybe an athlete or a celebrity come in and just clean house, or a local celebrity, somebody that's local. Okay, here we go.
Towards each other, I make sure to give her eye contact, and then I look her down, up. It was like a 3 to 4 second eye contact stare, right? And she looks at me like down to up, right? So I know that she knows that I'm looking at her because she let me know that she was looking at me. And at that point, I already told myself, okay, when she comes out the bathroom, I'm gonna say something to her, right?
All right, I've done that skit before. Yep, when she come out the bathroom, I'm gonna run my Mac. I looked, see if she chose me. She chose me. When she come out the bathroom after she finished shitting and snorting a line of coke off the goddamn the sink, I'm gonna run my game. All right, okay, all right. Hey, you know, for people who act like that this is the peak of male and masculinity and alpha behavior, this makes you a player or a G. This isn't it. This doesn't make you a man. This doesn't make you a better man. This doesn't make you not a square. This doesn't make you a player. If you're constantly in environments like this, and unfortunately in this space, people think that they're better for going out like this, doing this, and this gets old. All right, this is going to get old really fast, and a lot of these women you're messing with, they for the streets. All right, they for the streets. They ain't wife material. He wants to be exclusive with this girl that he's eyeballing in the club. I mean, look, this is not the pinnacle of masculinity. This is not the pinnacle of I'm proving to be a better male by, you know, doing shit like this and going to places like this. But let's hear his story out here. So he's looking at me. I'm looking at you, looking at me. All right, here we go.
because I see all these dudes having no success. And since I'm super confident, I was like, bro, she's gonna dig it, bro. She's gonna be with it. So I wait till she got out of the bathroom. And then when she comes out the bathroom, as she's walking towards me, I walk towards her and say, hey, if you keep looking at me like that, we're going to have a problem.
Running some game. All right, here we go. Cold approach. That's what he settled for. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you keep looking at me like that, we're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I opened with. And we had a little conversation and shit. And I managed to get her number, right? At this point, I'm feeling kind of pumped. I'm excited because I'm not going to lie, bro. This chick was bad as fuck. And she was young as fuck. Like, she was like barely 21. Like, and that's when these chicks be looking their best. So she was like prime time, baby. Hair on point, body on point, slim, thick as fuck, bro. Just perfect. And that's like my type. You know what I'm saying? Like darker, little darker skin than me. I like them darker than me and slim, thick like that too. And Latina and the curly hair and shit. So I was like, yeah, this bitch is my type. I'm going to see what's up with her. So during the week, I start kind of texting her, right? And she's like non-responsive. She's not really paying attention to my texts and shit. So that's when I tell myself, you know what? I'm going to just let this shit go, man. Because
all right. So that, I mean, let me stop it right there. Fair use to this guy. Now, what do I always tell you? Let Uncle CGA tell you. I told you that this is a waste of your time. But you don't think so. You think that this is your best use of your time. I told you. You got the conversation. You got heated up. You wanted the chase. Oh, it's game time. You got the number, and she giving you the runaround. Listen, man, I've been there. I remember these days. This is a big waste of time. Now, because you're out here and she giving you the runaround, guess what? She going to play with your ass. She's about to play with you. She about to toy with your ass. Right? She about to toy with your ass. And then this is when y'all get played and toyed with and frustrated. Let's continue. All right. And this is when then you get a slump buster to fix yourself. Right? This is when you do this. All right, this is when you out here doing this in the interim. All right, let's continue here. Let's see what he's got.
At the end of the day, if she's not really replying to me, she ain't with it. And that's what I tell a lot of guys is if she's not replying to your text, bro, she sees it. She's just not with it, right? But she would reply. She would just reply like 8 hours later, or maybe I text her in the nighttime and she would reply to me the next day. She was probably getting her back blown out or some shit, right?
All right, probably. All right, we don't know that. But yeah, she toying with you. And she got your emotions, responding 8 hours later, 2 days later, and you respond right away when she responds, and she toys with you. I've been telling you, you're putting yourself in the subservient position, and you're going to figure out how to chase this down. Okay, here we go.
I already know the game, so I don't really entertain it too much. I think I had like 2 conversations with her over that week, but then I told myself, yeah, she's not really invested in the conversation. I could tell because her response is she's not interested. So I'm like, yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna just let this shit go, right? So next week, she pulls up on a Friday again. So I'm like, damn, bro, this chick is here because of me, you know?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, man, okay. All right, so again, she's a baddie. She's a 10, curly hair, 5'2", 140. All right, and everybody's looking at her, so she must have been thick and holding, good shape on her. And 20, or had to be, well, she could have been 20 going into the club. She comes back after toying with you on the text, and she's coming back for you. The reason why she's here is for you. I mean, you know, this is why I got to talk men off the ledge. And I'm going to have to talk this guy off the ledge too, because I've been done told you, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. This is not a good best use of the time. You got to learn at some particular point. But let's continue here.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm automatically thinking like, all right, this chick pulled up because of me. Because I'm not going to lie, that shit would happen a lot when these chicks would literally just pull up a second time. So I could pick them up again. I'm just being real, bro. I'm not even trying to be cocky. That's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, okay.
That's what I was thinking. Like, oh, she's coming here because she wants to see me.
I'll go with it.
You know what I'm saying? And she just wants me to holler at her type shit. Because she was turning down a bunch of dudes. So whatever. I ain't pay her much attention, right? Because she had been kind of ignoring my texts almost. So I just didn't pay her too much attention. And then I managed to say like hi to her as the night was ending, right? And then we ended up talking for like a very little bit. And she ended up like just propping up and giving me a kiss on the cheek, right? And at this point, I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm that dude. Like, this shit is all me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Boy, I tell you, man, shout out to the young lions out here, man. Shout out to the young lions. I remember these days, brother, man. Listen, you know, we're going to grow up out of this and learn these hard lessons. We got to learn these hard lessons here. So you're reading very, very small things as big things, right? Her showing up second time, it's for you. The kiss on the cheek, the small conversation, but you're ignoring the red flags. All right, multiple men. She's turning out all the men, including you. She's giving you the runaround. You approached her where most men were getting shut down. You got the phone number. You thought that was a win. I'll have to tell you, that's not really a win. I mean, it's better than nothing. All right, but now you still have to convert, and she's got other suitors. Let's go back to this chart. A woman like this has other suitors. He even says she probably was getting her back blown out. We don't know that for sure. We can probably assume that, and yes, it would be relatively easy for her to accomplish that under the cover of night. All right, but a woman that is, a guy that thinks he's Himothy or in your stratosphere, you're the man. You think you look good, smell good. Well, when she leaves there, she's got other men. Trust me, this woman, if she's as fine as she says, she's got other suitors giving her money, sending her money, offering her trips, vacations. If she's got a phone, she got a dating app, it's a wrap for you. If she works somewhere in an environment where guys are top tier, taller, bigger, better, faster, bigger, you're competing against that. You're competing against this. So a lot of guys will put themselves in this Chad, I'm the man, I'm the player, I'll keep it player. But you got to understand, you're competing big time. Your competition is stiff. Pause. Your competition is crazy. Better looking than you, maybe taller than you, maybe muscular than you, maybe shorter than you, maybe richer than you, maybe older than you. Your competition is thick. So it's hard for you to try to key in on one of these girls, especially she's a nightclub girl, she's a lifestyle girl. It's going to be hard for you to think that the woman just really into you. So we're going to find out here. He's going to tell us what happened there. Fair use. Let's get into it.
Saying like, I'm already like thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna just get at her, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as I get off work, like 4:30 in the morning, I hit her up and shit, but she don't reply to the next day, right? I feel like she was probably getting her back blown out by somebody afterwards or some shit. So
all right, that's the second time he said that. She was getting her back blown out. Again, the competition is there. And you, whether it's there or not, you think there's competition there. You text her after you got off of work at 4:30, I'm assuming in the morning, and she didn't reply to the next day. I'm a little confused at the time there because it says you got off late. So I'm thinking it's early in the morning, and she didn't respond to the next day. Let's continue.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to entertain this shit no more. Because this bitch thinks I'm stupid. You know what? Like, she was playing with me. Like, she wanted to keep me, like, engaged in the situation. But she probably had situations going on, so.
Guys, I'm telling you guys, look, dude, this is what you volunteered for this. You volunteer for this. So when I tell you this cold approach thing you're dealing with, when you're dealing with a highly attractive woman, they have, before you showed up, you're not the first one that talked to them. Even if she says you were, you weren't. Not only that, you're not from her past. You're not from the recent. Guys, you're already in thick competition. This is what then the Chad is leaning on. I'm player. I got the game. I got the swag. I got the mouthpiece. But the competition's too stiff. Because trust me, I've been on the other side and listened to you Chads texting girls over and over again. You're calling them. You're calling that girl. She's at my house getting her bind fixed. Trust me, I'm on the other side. So I'm telling you. You think you got a baddie, and she's calling me daddy. Daddy, what time you need me to come over? Daddy, what time you need me to cook? All right, because they're making that happen. I can make that happen. I don't have to go out to the nightclub and pick it up and get her to not reply to me. When I text a girl, they reply back because they know it's going to be important. They're like, this, I can't miss this. When I text a woman today at CGA, as you know me today, they text me back. But I see your motherfucking ass texting her. I see you calling her and blowing up her phone. But when I text them, they get back to me. What do you need, daddy? What? I'm at your service. What do you need? You need me to drop something? And you trying to get with her on Friday night, but she coming to me. Before she goes to see you at the nightclub, she comes to see me, and I send them out to the nightclub. And if you haven't been over all my locals, I showed you that exact thing. Press 1 if you remember me showing you that. Now, for me, I'm not trying to make this woman my one and only and all that shit. But she comes to see me before she goes to the nightclub. And she got drink money so she don't have to take drinks from your broken ass. Okay? Trust me. I showed y'all this. All right, she done and out the door, 9 o'clock. She headed there pre-gaming, and she going to walk into the club at 10:30 with money from CGA in her pocket, in her titty, like this. So she don't have to have conversations with goofy niggas like you that think you're winning. But then his insecurity is showing because he knows there's people like me in the background. He knows it. He knows it. He's aware of it. He knows it. So he knows then the Chad and Tyrone always has to compete. They always have to compete. She walking back in the club with my sweat on her chest and on the side of her chin. All right? She got my sweat on her. Why? Because she needs to be. She needs to see me. She needs to make sure she sees me before she goes out. You on the other hand, got to wait till her come out the bathroom and wait for her to respond to your text. Your text is not important. So when they're playing games with you, he's telling you, oh, she probably got something else. She does. They all do. She got way more important things than you to respond to your free text messages. There ain't no money in it. There ain't no interest in it. There ain't no date. There ain't no clothes. There ain't no shoes. There ain't no plans. There's nothing. You just texting her for a free conversation. She like, fuck that. You don't care about no damn free conversation. He says, I'm hurting the market. Guys, we're in competition. We're not trying to help the market. We're all competing. This is not practice. This is a game. This is the game. This is it. We're in life. I'm not trying to help you get your dick wet. And nobody trying to help you get your dick wet. It's time to compete. This is a big boy game. This is a man's world. This is the big leagues. This is the majors. This ain't the minors. This ain't high school. This ain't junior high school. I'm not your wingman. Ninja, we competing to the death. We trying to collect as much fucking gold as we can while we're here. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell y'all that for the better part of 2-3 years. If you can't compete, coochie commie ass nigga, sit on the sideline and get your monk mode on. Sit on the sideline and get to monk mode. Sit on the sideline and get to monk mode. That's what we're doing. This a competition. Life is a competition. We're not communists over here. We're competing. Coochie commie ass ninjas. Come on, man. That's what I've been telling y'all from the free agent lifestyle. This is a competition. I wasn't ready for it. I reset my life. I got into monk mode, and then I said I'm gonna come back and compete. Not help you motherfuckers get laid. So if you want to, go sit on the sideline, go do some push-ups and some wind sprints, and get back in the game of life. And as a result, the byproduct of it is this right here.
And that's you.
That's not the byproduct. This is the byproduct.
Okay, daddy.
That's the byproduct right here.
Okay, daddy.
And how women work, the majority of them, especially the 8, 9s, and 10s, they're monetized. They're monetized. She's not in your league. She's not out of your league. She's just out of your price range at the moment. All right, come on, man. So if you don't want to compete, I get it. I'm with you on that. I can help you with that. But I can't help you. I'm not trying to help you get women. And I'm not trying to help. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. My job is to help you get to a better position in life where you're not wasting your time, your money, energy, attention, and time. We don't want to waste it. We don't want to waste it. So if you're wasting it and doing what he's doing, he's wasting it. Potential on one woman. Let's continue here.
I already pieced it together, right? Next week, she pulls up again, but this time she pulls up on a Saturday, and it's popping, bro. Saturday's popping. This shit is like lit as fuck. A bunch of people. So she pulls up, and I'm like, yeah, bro, this is gonna be the time. Third time is the charm. I'm already feeling like this is the time where I'm just gonna get in my groove and shit. So everything's going great. You know what I'm saying? I say what's up to her. You know what I'm saying? She's smiling at me and she's touching on me a little bit and shit. And I'm feeling myself because she was turning down a bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm really him, bro. And it's about like 11:45, almost 12 o'clock that night. And I get a call on the radio, and my boss says, "We have Carmelo Anthony pulling up to the club. I want you to come to my office." So I'm like, "What the fuck, Carmelo Anthony? You talking about the basketball player?" So my boss tells me, "Yo, listen, we got Melo Anthony pulling up. He's gonna be with a couple of the Knicks. We got him a little section over here, and I want you to be his security for the night, right? I want you to be with him. Anybody who takes pictures or videos, I want you to take their fucking phones and don't give it back to them, right?" That's specifically what Carmelo Anthony had told the club owner. I think it was because he was going through some situation with his girl at the time or some shit. This was like I forget, man. It was 2021. Forget exactly when, but it was around that time. And he was like, "Listen, anybody takes pictures or videos, you snatch their phones and you take that shit." I was like, "All right, yes, sir." As soon as he told me that, though, I was like, I already know what's going to happen, bro. Melo Anthony's going to pull up and he's going to try to pull that bitch.
Let me stop right here. Fair use. So, again, he knows what the game is. He knows what the game is. Remember when I said all men are competing in life with women and all of that. I can't help I'm not 6'5". I can't help it in another way. But he knew what time it was. He was the big dog. He was Timothy. He was the big dog. She was feeling on his chest until a bigger, better, richer version, higher status male was going to enter into the ring. And he knew it was a wrap. He knew it was a wrap. Why? Because you leaned on being Timothy. That's what Chad and Tyrone leans on. Timothy. I'm him. I'm player. I got the Mac, the mouthpiece. That's what you lean on. And you don't do no other correction. You just stay Timothy and get tattoos and hair gel and all of this shit and push-ups. And you get your little job where you're going to be around bitches and sniffing on them. Now, all of a sudden, when another bull, bigger, better, stronger, faster, bigger pile of money shows up in your ring, now you got to compete. And you're like, oh, shit. So where's the guys talking about I'm damaging the marketplace? Is Carmelo damaging the marketplace? Or is Chad Timothy damaging the marketplace? Who damaging the marketplace? He tried to free himself. He tried to free his way to an 8. He says a 10, we'll give her an 8. Big bank, take little bank. Big bank, take little bank. Not only that, Carmelo Anthony's taller, more well-known, highly regarded, great reputation, decent-looking male. Big bank, take little bank. And you got to know. And he knew it. He knew he was coach. Why? Because he was leading with nothing. He was trying to be genuine and nice and affectionate and communicate. And he was leading with 0. You thought she just liked you for you. As I said earlier this week, these women don't like you for you, fam. You're going to have something else. And if you ain't got it, sit over on the sideline and get it if you want to get it. If you don't, sit on the sideline and sit this out. Sit it out. So you're going to find out who Timothy here in a minute. Him Anthony, Carmelo, him Anthony. All right? If you ain't it, you ain't it. That free shit, it can only go so far. And if you're Chad, that free shit, you're going to have to hope that the woman just generally likes you. All right? But he about to find out the hard way. Let's go.
I already know because she was just the baddest bitch there by far. Like, it wasn't even close. So I already knew what was going to happen, bro. So I was like, all right. I wasn't salty or nothing. I was just excited to see what was going to happen because it was also like I want to put her to the test. I wanted to see what she was going to do, right? So we got Carmelo Anthony coming in. He's not even that tall, bro. He's like 6'4" Mac.
Hold up. See? We can't do this. Now, I know Carmelo is above 6'4". I don't even have to look this shit up. All right. They list him at 6'7". All right. They list him at 6'7". All right. So they list him at 6'7". I mean, and he looks taller than that. I think he's all of 6'7". We can't do this, man. Now, maybe they put an extra inch or 2 on his height. Let's just say he's 6'6". All right. So, they said he's 6'7" right here. All right, see, but we can't do this. We can't let y'all do this. That's like, he ain't that rich. His Bugatti ain't that nice. His 911 ain't that nice. You see what I mean? Like, this is what happens when you lead with free. You tried to mouthpiece your way to a baddie and realize you got to compete. Now, that doesn't mean you ain't going to get her. That doesn't mean you ain't going to get her, but you're going to get leftover version of her. You're going to get leftover version. You getting the last bits. This is why we have to understand Himothy, guys, Chad Tyrone, mouthpiece ninjas, you're going to have to compete. They got to compete too because they want bad bitches too. You ain't never going to get no bad bitch. So you automatically, and myself, we out of the competition unless we put some money on it. All right. For us to be at 8, 9, and 10, bruh, like, do you know what I have to do to be getting 8, 9s, and 10s? I ain't that bad. I ain't that big of a guy. I ain't that guy. I ain't got it like that. Not consistently. All right. So I'm going to have a line of 8, 9s, and 10s lined up as an option. But you want to compete for 8, 9s, and 10s to be the nice guy, the freebie, the baddie, Himothy, and all this shit until another motherfucker comes in and knock your ass right out the box. Now you out here fucking a mastodon. Where is it at? Okay, they don't want to come up. Oh, there it is. Right there go Instagram going bye-bye. I think my memory's messed up here. All right, but now you don't want to compete. Let's continue. And then you're going to put her to the test? You're shit testing her? I'm interested as to what this shit test is.
Max, because he was like barely tall. He was like 1 inch taller than me, right? He pulls up with Julius Randle, name drop, and a couple other Knicks, but they all got their hoodies on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this time Melo got like the cornrows, I think, I think it was cornrows. So he's looking different. He lost weight too, so he was kind of skinny. I didn't think a lot of people would recognize him, but he had his hoodie on because he was trying to hide, right? So they got their section, you know what I'm saying, in that corner. And I'm standing in front of that section, trying to make sure, like, if anybody's taking out their phones or shit, you know what I'm saying? And I know that these guys are there to pull women, you know what I'm saying? I know that they're there to pull women. So I see that they start looking on the dance floor, right? They start looking around and shit. So I'm already thinking, okay, they're going to try to pull this chick over here. And it's all cool because I don't hate the player. I hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's all good. So as the time progresses, maybe like 20 to 30 minutes later, once they're in their VIP section, I literally just walk over, right? I walk over and grab that girl by her hand and just walk her into the VIP section. But before I walk her into the VIP section, I tell her, hey, Carmelo Anthony's here, right? And she looks at me like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's him. So I literally just gifted her to him, right?
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I was confused. I'm thoroughly confused as this tactic here. See, this is, again, gentlemen, Chad, Tyrone, don't have it made. You know what I mean? Enrique, Ricky Tan, they know what's up. They know what's coming. They know what time it is. And look at his face. He knows what time it is. He know what time it is. He ain't got the big bank, take little bank. He got little bank. So he already know. Well, you're going to go and you, why did you take him? Why did you take her to the nigga? All right. You sit the alley-oop. Yo, you alley-ooped her. The girl that's supposed to be your girl, you alley-ooped her to the VIP, right to the nigga pit. You gifted her. You gifted her. I mean, I'm interested in this story. I mean, this is a compelling story. Wowzers. You sit there, gift wrap, the Punani gift, and then you told her, hey, you know, there's some rich niggas over there. Hey, look, she already knew there's some rich niggas over there, just to let you guys know. But this is what happens when you have nothing but mouthpiece. This is what you got to do. When a bigger fish in a whale comes in, you got to lob her to the whale because you know what's happening. She going to get got no matter what. So whether you walked her over there or not, she was going to get chosen. And she gonna get chosen. She was already going. Yeah, you just walked her over there. She already knew. They could smell it. The blood in the water. Okay, let's continue.
And this was kind of a test too, because I wanted to see what she was gonna do. And obviously, she stayed in that VIP section for like 2 hours, right? Drinking. They ordered some bottles and shit, having a good time with they got a couple more girls in there, right? But none of them were as good looking as her. So I was just chilling there, you know what I'm saying? And I was kind of playing psychology on her, right? Because if I'm literally handing her to him, it's almost telling her, hey, I get beautiful women all the time. I don't really give a fuck about you like that. Like, fuck off. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of the energy and the vibe that I wanted her to get, right?
Man, did y'all get that from her? Did you get... Again, Young Lions, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm reviewing your video. Young Lions, let me tell you something. This is when you have nothing. This is when this is what mouthpiece get your ass. You're trying to overthink it. You're doing too much. This bitch don't even care about you, bruh. She don't care. That she ain't thinking about none of these psychological reverse psychology games you're playing. Trust me. Trust me, guys, join me over on Locals. I can prove this that I'm not Carmelo Anthony, but I'm on the Carmelo Anthony side of this argument. You guys have seen me to pull this up on Locals. All right, I've sent girls over to the bar in the club, and y'all huffing and puffing on them, and she's sending me videos of y'all macking. All right, my girl that I was with, that I didn't go out to the club with, I didn't get dressed with, I sent her out there. She came back, she stopped, she helped daddy out, get my meat fixed.
Get him, daddy.
Right, and then she out there talking about, daddy, look at all of these simp ass ninjas macking on me. Right? Now, I don't care what she does. See, I'm in the position where I don't care. All right, so I don't care if she get with one of you dusty ass ninjas. I don't give a shit. All right, I don't care if she get her back blown out at the end of the night. I don't give a damn. All right, my give a damn is busted because I'm gonna be having something else in a couple of days when I recover. So I'm not attached to her or any of that. We just have we have a situation. We have a situation, and you're gonna follow me. And men, you need to realize this: when you're mouthpiecing girls, you're following other men. You're cucking yourself out. He cucked himself out. Mouthpiece ninjas, you're coming in sloppy seconds, more than likely. In today's world, you're coming in sloppy seconds. You think you're getting her first. You think you're getting her soul. No, you're not. I'm going to tell you you're not. And I know this because I'm on the dark side. You're getting sloppy seconds. If that. By the time you get it, I done got it 5-10 times. All right. That's just how I do it. You don't have to do it like me. That's just how I do it. By the time you fuck around and she fuck around and give it to you, I done got it 5-10 times. At least 5. But you cooking yourself out because you know that's where you're at. Because where you're depending on this strategy where you're just going to talk to top-notch bitches and then get them. All right, anyway. All right, here we go right here.
And by the time it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock, Carmelo Anthony just passed me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Yo, we out, bro. Thank you." So he's leaving through the side entrance, right? And at this time, I'm trying to peep the side entrance because I lost my eye on the chick, right? But I want to see who's leaving with him. I want to see if this chick is going to literally leave with Carmelo Anthony that same night, right? So as they're leaving the side entrance, I see her that she's leaving there too. And I'm like, oh, man. Hypergamy at its finest, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, look, bruh. Yeah. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I mean, this is a classic example of what I'm telling you. Because Carmelo Anthony ran no game. He probably barely talked to the girl. He probably barely said, hey, come with us. And she said,
okay, daddy.
Gone. He didn't get the phone number and text that bitch. He took her that night. So you found out, well, we all say they're monetized in a way. That doesn't mean she did anything with Carmelo. That doesn't mean she did anything. But guess what? She didn't come home with you when you got the phone number. You just got the phone number. And I'm always saying, so what? So what? But you lobbed the girl and she went. Not a surprise. But he's calling it a hypergamy. All right. I don't know if this, I guess so. But you got to know how the game is played. Then don't hate the player, hate the game. She going to the after party and he didn't even get the phone number, barely talked to her, and she going. That's kind of how it works at the JUCO. You ain't got to babysit these bitches and beg for their attention. All you got to do is say, let me see you this day and time. And guess what? 8 times out of 10, she'll be there. Especially if she's on your program. She'll be there. And I cut all this bullshit out. When I talked about this, money, energy, attention, and time, I tell you, you're paying. Because look, he's got his emotions. He spent all this energy. He's wasted all this time. And he ain't even got nothing but a kiss on the cheek. Now, let me tell you, that is the worst type of payment. You paid. And you paid and got 0. And you got a heart broke. You got a realization of how this really works. Let me tell you how this works, son. Let me tell you how this works, son. Let me show you how to do this shit. You can spin your wheels and think you're a better guy in Himothy because you don't pay. And you end up paying double, triple, quadruple. How much did Carmelo Anthony pay? How much did Carmelo Anthony pay? I'm sure he paid that girl some money because it would have been in his best interest to do so. if he did anything, and I'm using Carmelo Anthony only because he did, I'm sure he paid her money because it would have been in her best interest. But she probably got trained. You'd mention other Knicks players. Okay? And they probably paid her off nice and neat. Go treat yourself to a shopping spree at Sephora. Go buy you a new purse and handbag. Go pay off some debt. Go take a massage. Go get a mani-pedi. And she good. Now she might think about texting your ass. Right? I'm sure they paid her because that's what they need to do. They need to protect their image. They can't just be out here slaying free pussy. So a lot of you guys think Carmelo Anthony getting it for free. He ain't either. He paid too. Shit. He paid too. That's just a part of the game. Y'all young brothers act like it ain't happening. But it is happening. And if somebody said he paid by spending all those hours in the gym and being who he is. That's what gets him the opportunity to just say, hey, come with me, and she goes. All right, but anyway. Give me a second here. Then just coming in here, marketing for the NFL. Ninja, please. Are you marketing for another person during my fucking stream? Are you kidding me? Bye-bye. I don't come to your job and kick dicks out of your mouth when you sucking them. Sir, I don't come to your job and kick dicks out of your mouth when you got a mouth full of dicks. All right? Do I do that? Do I cock block you when you sucking off other dudes? I don't do it. Don't come to my stream and ruin and try to fuck my job up. I'm doing my job. When you doing your blowjobs, I don't say nothing. So don't come market for somebody else that ain't paying you, you bitch ass ninja. All right. Anyway, goofy ass.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
This is my show. Don't come market for somebody else and they ain't even paying you, you bitch ass slave, Sambo. All right. This is the show. I'm the whole fucking show right now. I don't care what else is on. I'm competing against them. All right, here we go right here. Let's finish this video.
Hey, she's going home with the guy, and I don't blame none of them, bro, because he's just trying to get some ass, and she's trying to get her back blown out and some clout. I get it, bro. So there's no hate, but that's when I realized, like, yeah, bro, hate the game, not the player, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So this game is game. Player hate the player, hate the game, bro. Hey, man, your job, and this guy can fix this in a year and a half. Get your money tight. And you still got to compete out here. It's still got to compete. I don't care if you get money, bro. You still going to have to compete.
she left with him that night. I don't know what happened because I didn't really talk to her ever since. But she did end up pulling up again to the club, right? And that time that she ended up pulling up again, she was trying to like talk to me, like pressure me, like hardcore, right? And I think it was because of the psychology that I pulled on her, right? That I literally just pulled her over and just handed her to him. That kind of fucked with her mind. It was like, damn, this guy probably gets other bitches. Like, this is a high quality guy, right? So that's kind of why I think she was like on my dick the next time that she pulled up to the club. But I didn't even pay attention to her. I didn't even say what's up to her. I was literally just ignoring her. She came up to me and talked to me, and I just looked at her and just kept walking like she wasn't even there.
Young Lions. I can almost guarantee that she did not believe any of that. That's in your head, man. Young Lions. This shit, guys, when I tell you money, energy, attention, and time, this is what I'm talking about. You're spending all that time psychoanalyzing this woman, and she's mahi-mahi at best. At worst, she got a whole line of niggas and Chads and Tyrones. We can just decipher that you're wasting she living rent-free in your head. Rent-free in your head. Young Lions. This is when I tell you, you are paying. You're paying at that point. You're paying. And now you all emotional playing. Don't talk to me. Bitch, don't talk to me. I know you got trained by them ninjas. I ain't going to give you no attention. Do you think she cares? I can guarantee you she don't care. She can go make $1,000 tonight real quick. And she'll be in a bathtub squatting, washing out her punani at the end of the night, maybe thinking about texting your ass. Like, This is when I talk about you pay. And ninjas will swear up and down. I'm like, bro, she living rent free in your head. You thinking about her and how much she texting you. This is not player. This is not game. This is not the game or any of that.
I wasn't interested at that point. Like, that shit to me is a turnoff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro.
You should have took them sloppy seconds, to be honest with you. And that's all you was going to get anyway, sloppy seconds. And she might have thrown it on you because Carmelo Anthony and them, long gone. Them bitches long gone. Yep. Carmelo Anthony ain't coming back. All right? So he out of the picture. He's smooth out of your way. Ain't no other NBA ninjas in there. So she was like, you want some? You want these sloppy seconds? Because that's what you was getting anyway. All right? You wasn't getting no prime first ups. And he knows that. He was saying she was getting her back blown out. So you was getting cut sloppy four, fifths, and six. She was going to throw you some, too.
That was pretty much the story that I had, bro. It was a lot of these women, bro, I'm not going to lie. And I don't blame them because I understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But damn, leaving with him on the first night, that's how it is, bro. That's how it is out here in these streets. You know, I get a lot of comments on the channel talking about how, oh, those are only club girls. Those are only club girls.
No.
Bro, the majority of women act the same way. I'm not just talking about club girls, right?
All right, so this is kind of like a red pill without him being red pill, right? So that's what it sounds like. He's red pill without being red pill. So, like, he's like these girls and hypergamy, and this is how the game works. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I would say that probably like 70% of women act the same, right? Hypergamous as fuck. They don't suppress it. The majority of women cheat. The majority of women lie. The majority of women don't like nice guys. The majority of women are like that. So when I talk about these club women, right? I got these guys on the comments talking about how, oh, those are just some women. No, bro. Those are just most women. Those are most fucking women, bro.
Oh, my goodness. All right. And, yeah, man, look, dude, just know your role. When it comes to this, know your role. You ain't the first. You ain't going to be your last. She got yours. It's just your turn. And she was going to give you a up. She wasn't going to be yours. She wasn't going to be, I think he said monogamous, or he said he wanted something exclusive. She was never going to be exclusive. All right, so she was going to give you your ups, and you didn't want it.
And another thing, I get comments on his fucking channel talking about, oh, you should never take these girls seriously, or the club is not a place to look for a wife. Bro, when have I ever said that the club is a place to look for a fucking wife? When have I said that these girls are quality women? When have I said that these girls, you should date them seriously? When have I ever said that, right? So stop it with those comments, because I'm getting pissed off already. You know what I'm saying? I get so many guys talking about, oh, you should never go in there looking for a girl as a girlfriend or as a wife. Who the fuck said? Did I ever say that? Who suggested to get a wife at a club? Who suggested that? Because I sure as fuck did not. So relax, guys. All right. Stop assuming a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these are quality women, and I'm not saying that's where you should find a wife. All right. Don't get it twisted. But let's be real, though. They represent the majority of women. The majority of women lie. The majority of women cheat on their boyfriends. The majority of women, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I told you guys the amount of times that I had married women coming up to me as a bouncer in the club or in the barbershop, bro, whenever these married women would bring their little kids to get haircuts, and I know I have some clients watching, old clients watching this video, but I don't give a fuck. Bro, these married women will fucking throw themselves at me, bro.
Again, let's go back to the chart. He's right. If he's saying the 80-20 rule, and he stands to say he's in the top 20 or 30% of men, and he's Timothy, and these women, which I call married women, no better than the 6. I don't care what the fuck she looks like in this particular argument, right? She's a 6. She's off the market. She gives sex to her husband 8 times a month. You're sloppy seconds at best, right? And if she's cheating with multiple men. If going by his metrics. If that's the case, you down here. You getting your meat fixed by married bitches. Right? Not 8, 9s, and 10s, not prime young girls that are top-notch bitches that you gotta possibly pay for or compete with top-notch men. All right, you down there bottom feeding wives. Okay? Chicks like this. So you're bottom feeding. It is what it is. All right, but yeah, he's right. These women are, he probably does get approached by 5s and 6s and stay-at-home wives and single mamas, and yeah, absolutely. But that's easy layups for you. But when it came up here, when it was time to play in the big leagues, you couldn't play ball. Okay? When it was time to go to the big leagues, guess what happened? You realized you got bumped. So this is the Chad Tyrone. This is the guy that's Timothy that can clean up 4, 5, 6. right? You get your wife, get your girlfriend. They could dirty mac you. They could get the 4 or 5s, the 2, the occasional 2, slump buster to get your ego in it. You see what I mean? Like, yeah, this is proving my point. So he's basing the women that he can get easily. These are 4, 5, 6s.
Like, throw themselves. It's always the married women. It's always the married women. And that's what fucked me up the most, bro. It's like the married women are the women who cheat the fucking most. And they're the ones that are aggressive as fuck. Like, all these chicks that were, like, bringing their kids to get haircuts at the barbershop when I used to be a barber, bro, they would holler at me like, no fucks given.
So this is the Chad doesn't have to pay. So this is, again, where you're a 4, 5, and a 6 male, and you see this happening, and you're like, see, Chad, see, Tyrone, see, Pooky. He didn't have to pay. He didn't have to marry. He didn't have to take her on a date. He didn't have to. She takes care of her. She buys him gifts. That's what you see. You see that. And then you come over here talking about Chad, Tyrone, and Pooky got it made. They never have to pay because you're seeing him with wives and girlfriends and fat bitches and single mothers and dump slump busters and average plain Janes and Beckys. That's what you see. That's where you see him winning. That's where you see him winning. And that's when you think Chad don't have to pay. But as soon as he got a baddie in front of him, it was curtains. None of that shit was working. All right. None of that game and throwing it over for you for free and cheating. None of that shit was going to work.
You know what I'm saying? Like on some freaky shit. And like, I don't even know them. Like, it wasn't like we built a relationship that I was cutting their kids like for like a while. No, it was like off a first haircut, sliding in my text. Like, hey, like, I like the way like you sexy or like you got a nice butt or all this crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So real talk, bro, like married women, you know what I'm saying? Or women in relationships, like they cheat, bro. And that's just the majority. So stop saying that this is not the majority of women, bro, because it is the majority of women. But that's just a little rant, bro, because I just had to throw that out there. But
all right, so, I mean, in my opinion, the girl was never yours, all right? You were working on a girl, and you were trying to compete. Your competing was not enough to compete with that marketplace, and then you had to go out there and fuck somebody's wife. You know what I mean? Like, you had to take a Becky. You had to take a single mother. You had to take a slump buster. So really understand, guys. Really understand. When it comes to this old thing, we got to stop making Chad Tyrone the picture perfect beauty version of man where he just wins and never loses, because he does. All right. He does. He loses all the time. And when he loses, it crushes him because he's not really red pill. He doesn't really, he might have heard some videos and some hypergamy, but he's not really like red pill like that. So he gets him. What'll happen is I tell you this all the time. They got a simp for high standard women. They got a simp. Most of them do. They can't just be like twisting her arm and shoving her down the stairs and dominate. They end up having the simp. You know what I mean? Because this woman wants to go fine dining. That's what she does with me. All right. And then he can't take her fine dining. So that doesn't mean she's going to be like, well, I'll give that up. Nope. She's going to go get it. And then she'll come back to you sloppy seconds. With this clip, check me out on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel for the best morning live stream every weekday. And of course, we're back for the evening live streams as well. Check out the times in the featured channels on this channel right here. And also the links are in the description box. I will see you there.
New world order.